bird of paradise. Did you know wolves always howl, ow, in 3 notes? They like chords. They like power chords, like in rock and roll. Ow, ooh, ooh. Wolves always sing 3 notes.
Now, what was it that you were telling me about the
well,
if
I know I got less than a minute to say on this idea. The premise of my movie is can a violently psychotic, drug-addicted, sexual maniac be an enlightened being? And the answer is yes, of course, if they're from TEXOZZ, that's spelled capital T-E-X, capital O-Z-Z, land where it's all done smoking mirror. Anyway, it wasn't until I was past 50, I just always thought I was a violently psychotic, drug-addicted, sexual maniac. And it was when I was past 50 I realized those were just signs I was on the path to being a shaman. And so I quit my job, took Steve Miller's advice, took the money and ran. And I remembered, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Kind of went down back to the, now dig this, I took a sabbatical. You know, every 7 years if you're a college professor, you get a year off to go take care of biz. If you don't, you just got to do it. But I repeated the same behavior, expecting the same results, but I'd read enough books on shamanism to understand that there are certain plant helpers, teachers, and now the Bible and shamanism is called shamanism, archaic techniques to achieve frenzies of ecstasy. They can be pain or pleasure triggered, as in Tantra yoga, or the old self-flagellants, you know, the guys that would whip their backs, or the guys that would go into the desert, like Jesus and John the Baptist, and not eat food, and water, and the heat, and, well, no sleep, etc., etc. Anyway, this is very old spiritual technique. Now dig this, remember John Lennon's, imagine a world without religion? Hey, that's easy to do, it's already been done. Take, for example, the Native Americans in our North American part, forget about the, quote, civilization south of us. Navajo, for example. They had spiritual teachings, values, morals, etc., culturally, conditioned, but no word in their language to translate our English word, religion. See what I'm saying? So, religion technically is a social organization ostensibly organized around some spiritual teachings or traditions. Now dig this. Culture preserves a people's wisdom and their confusion. Duh. And just as they used to talk about the good Germans, what happened to good Germans in World War II? Same thing that's happened to the good Americans in the Fourth Reich. Mussolini defined fascism as the marriage of capitalism and the state. He was the first fascist. I think he knew what he was talking about. And if we don't have the marriage of capitalism and the state in the Fourth Reich, I don't know who does. As the old Who. You ever hear of the Who, Mackenzie? And they said this, my generation, I think Gina remembers this.